Okay, and I believe that the camera's working good, so we're going to go ahead and start. All right, so we're on lesson 3, Mila, module 4, unit 2, lesson 3, and we have 2 learning targets. Cora, eyes are up here. It says I can use vocabulary strategies to help identify the main idea and key details of the text. What's best? The debate about pale male. Okay, think about this, Cora. You're gonna be, or not Cora, Elena. Think about this. It's just those 2. You're gonna be okay. The second one is I can write my opinion on what should happen to pale male's nest. Miss Tracy, can you give Elena a hug? She has a loose tooth and she's very worried.
Come on over here, girl.
Okay, and just to reassure her, she's gonna. It's her first one. She's gonna be okay. So if you guys look up here, remember the chant from yesterday?
Yeah.
The chant from yesterday was a jazz chant, and if you guys remember right, we had Mrs. Kayla's class singing to us. So we're gonna listen to it the first time. Think of the beat. Think of the beat.
Those birds need a place for their nest. They're beautiful, lovely, and smart. Skillful and lovely, skillful and lovely, skillful and lovely and smart. Leave that nest up. Leave it up, leave it up. Leave that nest up. These birds are making a mess. They're a nuisance of bother and pain. A nuisance of bother, a nuisance of bother, a nuisance of bother and pain. Take this nest down. Take it down, take it down. Take this nest down.
And we're gonna visit that again. I did a great job today. So yesterday we were talking about, we had a group of bird watchers, remember? And a group of neighbors. Here's my nest. How many birds are in the nest?
2.
Think back to yesterday. If you were a bird watcher yesterday, sit right here. You were a bird watcher yesterday, you need to remember. If you were a neighbor yesterday, sit here. Think back to yesterday. If you were not here, pick either side. And move quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, bird watchers. You're going to point to it. What were you guys yesterday? Were you bird watchers?
Yeah.
Today you're the neighbors. Okay? What were you guys yesterday?
Neighbor.
Today you're the bird watchers. And I noticed yesterday most of you wanted to be bird watchers, not the neighbors, right? So bird watchers are right here now. You guys are going to point to the nest and say, that nest.
That nest.
You're going to point to the birds and say, those birds.
Those birds.
Okay, now it's your turn. You guys are now the neighbors. You're going to point and say, this nest.
This nest.
These birds.
These birds.
Okay, so that nest.
That nest.
Those birds.
Those birds.
This nest.
This nest.
These birds.
These
And
birds.
I'm focusing on these words. Are you guys ready? That nest.
That
Only one nest. Those birds means how many birds?
A lot.
2 or more birds, right? In this case, how many birds? 2. When I look over here, when the neighbors say this nest, it means
1.
And when I say these birds, it means how many birds?
2.
These makes the birds close because you're the neighbors. You live in there with them, right? They might be on your house wall, right? Cora? Or when you guys say those birds, you're watching from a distance, right? You're watching from far away. So keep these words in mind. Say them with me. That,
That,
those, chant with me, and you're going to point to the nest when I put it back up. Okay? If you are a neighbor, you're going to do this side with me, and you're going to point to the nest. We're focusing on the words this, these, those, that. So we're going to come and grab video again. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Bird watchers, raise your hand. You guys are going to start.
Those birds need a place for their nest. They're beautiful, lovely, and smart.
I hear you though, sorry.
Skillful and lovely, skillful and lovely, skillful and lovely and smart. Leave that nest up.
Yeah, please.
Leave it up. Leave it up. Leave that nest up.
Neighbors.
These birds are making a mess. They're a nuisance, a father, a maid. A nuisance, a father, a nuisance, a father, a nuisance, a father, a maid.
This person here.
Take this nest down. Take it down, take it down. Take this nest down.
You guys are waving hot. Okay, go back to your original places. 1, 2, 3, go. Elena, go to the nurse so she can check on that too. I don't think she's a dentist, but you can go to the nurse and see what she can tell you. You should all be on the floor. We're all over here. Paxton, come. 5, 4, scoot up. 4, 3, 2, 1. So these are our 2 birds. Again, that nest means it is right. It's one nest. This nest means is one nest. Those birds means there's Cora, you need to come up here. Charlie, come up here.
These birds
Please.
there's 2.
Thank you, Cora, for listening. Charlie, can you come up here too? Because you're very interested in the video and not what we're doing. Cora, right beside Gabe. He's a great role model. I would like you to be my Gabe, please. So right now you're being recorded and we can send this to your mom if you're not listening. So go by Gabe. Same thing, Charlie. I can send it to Dad. Come on over because you're not listening. 1. Okay, if you look at the camera one more time, I'll send it to Dad. Because I've asked you now 3 times. Do you capiche? Do you understand? Thank you. All right. So again, what I was saying is that nest means how many?
1.
Those birds means
2.
these birds mean
2.
those birds mean they're far, far away. I have my binoculars. I'm looking at those birds. These birds means I'm in my house, and these birds are right on my wall of my house, or they're right. Remember, I told you I had somebody in my attic. These birds are too near for my comfort when I'm a neighbor, right? Because they might be what was the words we learned?
Nonsense.
A nuisance or a
Bother. Or
Look up at our chant. What was the chant mostly about? There were 2 characters, right? And it had 2 sides to the story. In your mind, Mila, what was it about?
It was about people
Not right
watching
now.
the birds. People watching the birds and people like seeing the birds, but not like.
Okay, so she said it was about people watching the birds, seeing the birds, not liking them. Who can be more explicit using evidence from the text? Cole.
That the bird watchers think they're skillful, lovely, and smart.
Yeah. Oh, let me do the but with someone else. But so the skill watchers think that they're lovely, smart, and skillful. But the neighbors think what, Hunter? What do the neighbors think?
I think there's like those really annoying and they'll fail you out.
Perfect. So there's 2 sides to the story. I'm going to recap what they just said using evidence from the text. There's the bird watchers. There's the neighbors. As Cole said, the bird watchers think they're lovely and skillful. the neighbors are kind of annoyed by them. And yesterday you guys gave tons of reasons of why they might be annoyed. We're going to go a step farther and read this article right here. It says, what's best? Debate about pale male's nest. So it's just like the chant you guys just read. However, it's a debate. And a debate is when people argue one way or the other. So the bird watchers are debating that the birds are good. The neighbors are debating that the birds are
Bad.
and you guys are going to read it to find out what their reasons are. So we're going to read this article to figure out, why do some people think birds are good? Some people think birds are bad. And that's giving your what? We kind of talked about it when you have an O. You guys remember an opinion?
Oh, opinion.
Yeah, so it's an opinion. I like birds, or hey, I don't like birds. Remember yesterday or 2 days ago when you guys got on each side of the room?
Yeah.
If you liked birds, you were like the bird watchers, you were here. If you were a neighbor, you were there. And if you were kind of in the middle, you were back there. Did we have anyone that didn't like them ever?
No.
Did we have quite a few that liked them all the time?
Yeah.
And did we have quite a few that were kind of in the middle?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you like them and sometimes you don't. So let's read, again, you guys can follow along with me, the debate about pale male's nest. This is similar to the book we read yesterday, City Hawk, the story of pale male. So this is just a different form. Are these texts the same or different?
Different.
How are they different? What do you think? How are they different, Haley?
I think that they're different because one is only has two pictures and not that many words, and the other one has a lot of pictures and a lot of words.
Okay, so let's take that a step further. This is called a picture
Book.
book. This is probably something you'd find in maybe a
Chapter book.
chapter book.
It's a
Maybe a
dictionary.
dictionary. Not a dictionary, but a magazine or a journal, right? A textbook. Like Avery brought this huge government textbook home, this big in his backpack. Do you think it was kind of heavy for him?
Oh,
And it had an article like this.
Wait, what?
So maybe when you guys get a little older, instead of having picture books for homework to read, you'll have a lot more words. All right, Hunter, put your hands down and we're going to start on the story. Ready? A special red-tailed hawk named Pale Male and his mate Lola are quickly becoming famous birds. This sounds like a news report, doesn't it? Something the news lady might say or the newsman. Unlike most hawks who like to nest in trees, these hawks built their nest on a tall building. And it isn't just any tall building. Pale Male and Lola found a fancy apartment building in New York City to use as their nesting place. I don't know if you guys saw it because you were kind of lining up for lunch yesterday. Remember the slow motion video I showed you of Pale Male? I saw when the hawks landed on the building, it looked really fancy, really expensive maybe to live there, right?
I might be rich.
They might be rich. Good guess. Bird watchers are watching in amazement as these wild birds make a home for themselves, right in the middle of one of the busiest cities in the world. Some neighbors who live in the apartment building are not quite as happy. They think these birds are a nuisance, or something has to be done. In the end, the nest may need to be removed. And it says what right here? Stop! And I have some questions for you about what I just read. How did the neighbors feel based on what we just read? Using evidence from what we just read, how did the neighbors feel? Can you give me a highlighter? How did the neighbors feel, Jensen? They were a little bit angry. Probably in your desk, is there one? They were angry. That's a good adjective to describe how they were feeling.
Also, it says it right below.
Okay. Maybe I should put my stop sign in right here because he's reading ahead, but I like how you're reading. How did they feel, Sunny?
They probably feel like nervous if they're gonna like fly with their head.
Oh yeah, what if the window was open, somebody just said? Or what if the window was closed and they got injured? So she thinks they're nervous. I heard the word angry, nervous, one more, Paxton. How do you think the neighbors feel?
I think they feel bad because
I'm sorry, honey.
I
Okay. You think they feel mad because persevere through. Why do you think they feel mad?
because they built a nest right next to it. If the birds hatched and they left the window open, the babies might crawl in the apartment
Oh my
and
word.
sneak out.
Oh, that would be terrible. Think about what else babies do every morning. What do they do that might make the neighbors mad? What do they do, Max?
They chirp.
They chirp. Would that be annoying at 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
What if it's Saturday morning and they're chirping and it's your only day to sleep in? How would you feel?
Angry.
Yeah,
Frustrated.
this weekend we had dogs barking.
Anxious.
Let's read this part right here. You guys ready? I'm going to highlight the important part, and that's what good readers do is they take a highlighter, August, and they find evidence. Say evidence. Evidence from the text. It says right here, some neighbors who live in the apartment building are not quite as happy. So you guys inferred that they were mad and angry. They think these birds are a nuisance and something has to be done.
That's one thing.
So that's really important. This word right here.
Nuisance.
What's a nuisance? They think these birds are a nuisance. That's our vocabulary strategy. And something has to be done. What do you think a nuisance is?
I think a nuisance is when like a bird
Sunny, can you put that?
bothers you. It's like when a bird bothers you and annoys you.
Oh my goodness, and Mila's got the answer correctly right, because look what I defined it as. Person or thing that annoys. So you're right on.
I didn't read that.
You didn't even read that and you knew it. So yeah, they think they're annoying or bothering them. Okay, let's keep on going. Was it all of the neighbors?
No.
What does the text say?
The neighbors.
Some. So does that mean everybody?
No.
Just some of them. So if there's 10 neighbors,
And
maybe if there's 10 neighbors, how many neighbors?
just like 3 or 4.
Yeah, so we're tying this to math, like 3 or 4. I heard someone say 5, so half of them. Ooh, that's
17.
okay. Not 17 if there's only 10. Math doesn't add up, does that?
No.
Okay, let's go to the next part. Bird watchers want what's best for the birds. Who are we going to read about now?
Bird watchers.
And we know the bird watchers like the birds or dislike the birds.
Like the birds.
Leave that nest up, the bird watchers are saying. Cora, look up here with me. Leave that nest up, the bird watchers are saying. They think the nest should stay where it
Is.
Who thinks the nest should stay where it is?
The bird watcher.
How does the nest make the bird watchers feel? I don't know if that's in the text, but I bet you could infer how they're feeling. How are they feeling, Leo?
I'm good.
They're feeling good. What are they feeling? Tell me more. Marin,
Interested.
they're interested in the birds. Max?
Excited.
Excited with the birds. Think of the chant. They think the birds are what? Tie it to the chant. They think the birds are
Lovely.
lovely.
Skillful and smart.
Who's got this? All right, let's keep on going. In the rest of the text in this part, Jensen, can you sit down, Hunter? Answer for you. You're going to listen for evidence. Are you listening? Or reasons why the bird watchers want to leave up the nest. So we're going to try to find out some more reasons. Birds need nests to protect and raise their babies. Why?
Because they need to raise their babies.
Tall buildings are good places for birds to nest because they are similar to trees. A hawk's natural nesting place. Also, the hawks can easily find food in big cities.
Yeah.
They love to dine on rats and mice and pigeons. I just got 2 reasons of why they want them. What was one, Leo?
They like to
And the city's a great place to what?
Find food.
And the other one I highlighted was?
It's a good place. Raise your babies and like treat their house.
So the bird watchers also think that leaving the nest up is great for the people who enjoy watching wild birds.
Somebody's knocking on the door.
There are many reasons why these people want. There are many reasons why these people want. Where did I go? The nest to be left up. And I'm going to stop right there. Who thinks a nest should stay put? Who thinks a nest should stay where it is? Elena, we're done talking about that right now, okay? Marin. Exactly. How does it make them feel? Haley.
It makes them feel interested.
They're interested. What else?
Happy.
Happy.
Excited.
Excited.
It makes them feel like they want to like stay up all night and like watch them.
Yeah, didn't we say that in Pell Mell?
Yeah.
Okay, try to talk to your neighbor and tell them how they feel.
They feel like I think they feel like interested and excited and they want to like get into it all day every day. I think they just want to feel excited and just be happy that they're
Okay, we're going to try this to see if you're listening. Lila, what did Mila say?
She said, that the bird watchers want to stay and sleep.
And how does it make them feel?
Interested.
Okay, let's keep on going. There are many reasons why these people want the nest to be left up on the building. These hawk lovers will be so sad if the nest is taken down. Couple questions, ready, Hunter? Read this part here. Tall buildings are a good place for birds to nest because they are similar to trees. Another word for similar is?
The same.
The same. And then this part. Also, the hawks can easily find food in the big city. They love to dine. Ooh, it sounds delicious. On rats, mice, and pigeon. What does dine mean? What does dine mean, Lennox?
I think it means, like, dive.
They love to dine on rats, mice, and pigeons. So if they're dining, Lennox, what are they doing? They're not diving, but they're dining. Yeah, like a diner, right? They're eating. They love to dine. You just figured it out. It means they are
Eating.
Okay, and then we also probably should read the captions, and I don't know if we read them over here. Unlike most hawks who like to nest in trees, those hawks built their nest on a tall building. All bird watchers are angry and upset, but others think it's the right thing to do. And then this is the caption under this page. Birds need nests to protect and raise babies. Was that one reason why?
Yeah.
These hawk lovers will be so sad if the nest is taken down. Cora, can you make a good choice with the books? Okay. Look at this title. Who do you think this viewpoint going to be from? That nest is a mess. Who's going to say this?
The neighbor.
Let's see if you're right. Many of those who live, Leon, just a second. Many of those who live in the apartment building want the nest to be taken down. Take that nest down. They are saying. What needs to come down?
The nest.
Which nest?
The pale bale.
And who wants that nest to come down?
The neighbor.
Do all neighbors?
No.
What was the we? There wasn't some in this one. What was the word?
Many.
Very good, Marin. Many. So that, again, is like some. Not all of them, but many of them. So if there's 10, how many?
Like 5. 5 or 4. 3.
5 or 4 or 3 or
2 or 1.
Who knows?
Or 1. That's 100.
Bones. You guys ready? Bones, feathers, and bird. Oh, that word. Poop. Falling onto their balconies. Let's read that again. Bones, feathers, and bird poop, which sounds kind of disgusting, fall onto their balconies and the sidewalk below the nest. What a mess, they complain. Would that be a reason why?
Yeah.
Why, Haley? What did we just say?
You said that poop gets onto their lawn.
Yeah, or onto their balconies. So if they don't have a yard, they have just this little balcony in New York, the size of this. This would be like their little backyard. Would you be annoyed if it was covered in feathers and poop?
Yeah.
You might be if this is all your area. There are other reasons why some people want the nest to be taken down too. The bird watchers who gather to watch the hawks are making the area too crowded. Also, parts of the nest fall onto the sidewalk below, which is dangerous for the pedestrians who walk there. Couple words we need to define. Let's read that one again. Also, yeah, and how did you know it was dangerous, Cole? What do you see about that
Because
word?
you highlighted it.
And what else in the text?
Because if the nest falls,
But no, look at the word dangerous. Look at the other words around it. What do you notice?
that it's really black and the other words aren't.
Yeah, look at the word dangerous and pedestrians. It's blacker. It's really black. Cole said that is called bold. Say bold. When something's bolded in something that you're reading, it means it's really, really important, or it's a word you might not know. So we're going to stop and define dangerous. Also, parts of the nest fall onto the sidewalk below, which is dangerous for the pedestrians who walk there. 2 words. When something's dangerous, raise your hand if you know what that means. You guys all know what this means, especially my skiers in here. Gabe, what does dangerous mean?
When you're like skiing it like really steep,
Yeah?
you could like fall.
Yeah, so what if you could fall? What about this nest? Saying the nest could fall on the sidewalks. It's dangerous for the pedestrians, Noah. What does that mean?
Like if you're at the top of the very top of the mountain and you're skiing all the way down, straight down, you could fall.
Okay, but think about, I'm walking in New York City. I'm walking under your balcony. A nest falls. Conk. Why is it dangerous to me? I'm a pedestrian. I'm a person. Why is that dangerous?
Because it could knock you into the road.
Yeah, and then what would happen?
You'll get ran over.
Right. Could it make
And
me
die.
fall down and hit my head harder on the sidewalk?
And die.
I could.
And you could get flat feet.
So is that dangerous? Is that in my best interest?
No.
I could. So if there is no Hunter's been so patient. Yes, Hunter.
If the nest like falls on you,
Uh-huh. Haley, I can't hear Hunter.
if the nest falls on you, the eagles will be kind of mad at you.
Ooh.
So they'll like attack.
Yeah, so maybe the birds would be angry at the pedestrians. Could that be dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Haley B, let's keep on going. In New York City, we're back. This is where the story took place, right? It is legal. It is legal. It means it is okay to remove a bird nest as long as there are no babies or eggs in it. There are no eggs or baby birds yet, and they think Pale and Lola can find a better place to live. For all of these reasons, many people think the city should take the nest down. Okay, so a couple reasons of why they don't want it there. They don't like the mess, and they think it is what? What was that word we just talked about? Dangerous. Good job, Elena. And there's no eggs yet, so they think the nest should just come
Down.
What's this text mostly about so far?
The bird.
Actually, it's done. What's this text mostly about? What's it about, Paxton?
It's mostly about the story of Pale Mail and here, look at that.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Paxton.
It's mostly about the story of Pale Mail and how it could be effective and
It's mostly about pale mail. I'm going to put the title on. It's a keyword I can circle. What is this text mostly about? Jensen.
Data.
Not data, that's math. It's a new word for us. It says Cole?
Debate.
A debate is when you have a view and I have a view, and we go back and forth, and he tells me all the reasons why, and I tell him all the reasons why. So what are they debating in this text? What are they talking about? Sunny.
They're talking about the nest balls onto the
That's not what it's mostly about.
city.
Think about the jazz chant. Think about pale man. Stand up and think with me. Do a little brain break while you're thinking. Oh, stretch. That was a good one. Jensen, everyone stand and do little turns. Flap your wings. Jensen up. And Sunny, leave the door because you have to lock. Stop. What is the text mostly about?
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to try to figure out. Talk to your neighbor about what the text is mostly about.
The text is mostly about.
Haley, we're not performing. Sit down and talk to your neighbor. What is the text mostly about? Jensen, make a good choice.
Mostly about.
Paxton, come tell me.
About. No, not New York. It's mostly about the city and
Glorified department.
and the
Paxton's talking to me. You can join us.
and the neighbors
What?
mad and like they're mini. It's mostly about the neighbors and the bird watchers. That's what I meant. Describing
It's not really describing the two birds, but let's talk to everyone else and figure out the two what. There's a. All right, have a seat, my friends. Okay, one sentence. What is it mostly about? One perfect sentence. The debate about pale male's nest is mostly about. Just have time to talk. Trying to think in my own mind. A minute to be mindful and think before we speak. The debate about pale male's nest is mostly about.
the story of pale male and if if they're going to take the nest down or not. And well,
Okay, I think he's headed in the right direction for sure. What do you think, Mila?
I think it's about the people talking about how the neighbors want the nest to come down and how the bird watchers want it to stay up.
Okay, say that again. I think the debate about pale male's nest is mostly about, listen to what she said.
The neighbors not wanting the nest to be up and taking it down, and the bird watchers wanting it to keep it up.
Okay, I think that is a very good answer. Does anyone have anything similar or a little different that they want to share? No, what do you think?
I think it's mostly about pale male's nest.
And we gotta go. It is mostly about pale male's nest and the neighbors versus the
Bird watchers.
You gotta include that part, right? Because if it was just about pale male's nest, it would just describe the nest. Is it describing the nest?
No.
No, it's describing the debate. Describing the bird watchers' reasons on one side.
And
And,
the neighbor's option on the other side.
Hunter, you okay? You wanna add?
Yeah.
What do you think, Hunter?
I think what it is the board want to see the chips so that one who don't want to take the nest down
Mm-hmm.
and the neighbors do because if they want to take the nest down now because they don't like it
They don't like it because it's what?
Because it's really noisy and it's really
Okay, very noisy. Very noisy and annoying, he thinks. Last person, Cole, and then we're going to get ready to talk about the writing. If you could do a seat check, are you sitting crisscross applesauce? Spoons in the bowl? Hanging in there with me, please. We're almost to the writing cart, and we are almost to recess and lunch. It's
11
o'clock.
Good
job.
That you don't have to think the same thing. It's the bird watcher's opinion and it's the neighbor's opinion.
Oh, did you just hear what he said? Say it loud and proud.
That you don't have to think this. You don't have to go with the same thing as the other people, but the bird watchers have their own opinion and the neighbors have their own opinion.
Jensen, are the bird watchers right?
Yes.
Are the neighbors right?
No.
Are the bird watchers right?
Yes.
Are the neighbors right?
Yes.
Are they both right?
Yes.
Because are you allowed to have your opinion?
Yes.
I may like birds, you may not like birds. Does that make her right or wrong, or me right or wrong?
No.
No, as long as you can give your reasons why, and you can disagree respectfully. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Definitely. Look up here. I think you guys all had some great ideas. Just to recap, I think the story is mostly about the debate or the argument between the bird watchers and the
Neighbors.
about what they should do with.
The nest.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you didn't even see it because it's not even up there, but you guys got it. So what you're going to do next is it's some writing. An opinion is what? If you could define an opinion, what would you say an opinion is? If you could give the definition of an opinion. I see two hands up. I don't like carrots. I love broccoli.
I like it.
What is an opinion, Marin?
It's like
Ellie, you okay?
it's like
It's going to look interesting on that camera. Yes, an opinion is?
opinion is something that you can have to yourself, and not everybody has to like your opinion.
Right, so it's how you,
Not everybody has to like the same thing.
right, but it's how you what about something?
Feel inside.
It's how you feel about something. And people have different opinions about birds. Why do some people like birds? Why do some people dislike birds? Just think about that. You don't have to answer it. Because I don't like birds, it doesn't make me any worse than Mila who loves them, right? Right? Because she doesn't like them, but I love them. Does it make us any different? No. So you guys are going to be able to have some opinions. Remember in Pell Mell, the bird watchers?
Yeah.
The bird watchers what? Like them, love them. Where the neighbors what?
Hate
Do not like them, they don't like, oh, that, the H word, right? So what you guys are going to do today is you're going to be able to give your own opinions. Look up here, perfect timing, Charlie, because you'll get to do this with us. Read this with me on the count of three. Everyone choral reading. 1, I need your voices. 2, 3.
What's best?
What's best?
What's
This is the title. And this is your question.
Do you think we should leave pale mail nest up or take it down?
I want you guys to do a web before lunch. If you want to leave it up, what would you write in the middle of your web?
Yes. Leave it up.
Say it with Ellie.
Leave it up.
Is the word right here?
Yes.
If you don't want to leave it up, you would write.
Take it down.
So I think most of you, how many people want to leave it up? Leave up that bird's nest. How many people want to take it down?
Cool.
Okay, so that's okay. They have their what?
Opinion.
I'm going to model take it down because there's only 2 of you. So take it down. Why might I want to take that nest down? Why might that be my opinion? I live in this fancy apartment. I'm paying $1 million a month. Is that a lot of money?
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'd pay, probably. And what could make me not want this nest on my apartment building? on my beautiful apartment. Because now I'm very rich, right? Yes. Why might I not want it?
Because it might hurt you so bad.
How would it hurt me?
Because
Listen to
it
code.
could fall on you.
So I might be walking under my beautiful apartment with my beautiful balcony, and the nest might fall on my head and hurt me. Why else might I not want this nest up? Why not, Haley?
Because it might hit you
Okay, we already did the hit one.
and
Think about the evidence from the text. What did they say? Haley.
they said that leave it up or take it down.
Right, but I'm taking it down. Why? What are these birds doing to my beautiful balcony? What are they doing, Leo? What are they doing to my balcony, Max?
You're making them mad.
Yeah, they're pooping.
Peeing.
It's Saturday morning, the only morning I get to sleep in.
And Sunday.
What's going on in the nest? It's really what? Oh, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, the sun's just coming up. I'm trying to sleep. What's going on, Noah? What are the birds doing?
The birds are making lots of noise and ignoring the sleep.
So they're very what?
Noisy.
So now it's time to write my paragraph. I, of course, would like to have, Jensen and August, a clear beginning sentence. Do you think we should leave Pale Now's nest up or take it down? What could be a good beginning sentence? I think
we should take it down.
Oh, I think.
Or leave it up.
No, I've already picked my opinion. I think we.
Should.
I'm annoyed, so how am I writing?
Yeah, no.
Do I look angry?
Yeah. Not right now, you don't.
Look at my handwriting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, read it with me.
I
think we should take it down.
And I think we should take it down because first what?
It could hurt you.
First, the bird's nest might fall on my
Head.
and
Hurt me.
next, these birds are making
a mess.
And last, these birds
Are
noisy. Why did I use the word these? Go back to the beginning of the lesson. These means how many? Nicole?
These means two.
And these means they're really, really,
Noisy.
they're really, really close. They're right beside my bedroom window. These birds need to go somewhere else. All right, so what I want you to try, oh, you probably won't have time, but you at least have time. Take this out, set up your web. Did I take up the whole paper for my web?
No.
I want to have room to write. Could my web have been smaller probably too?
Yeah.
So in the middle of your web, you're either going to write take it down or leave.
it up.
If you are a bird watcher, a bird lover, you're going to.
Leave it up.
If you're a neighbor living in your fancy apartment, you're going to want to maybe.
Take it down.
Although you could be a neighbor that really likes it too because you're curious to know what those babies are going to look like if there are ever any. I'm going to look to see which team has their books out on page 61 and they have their web at least drawn. And you can write, you have time to write either take it down or leave it up. If you do have time, ready, set, go.